Welcome to another Enjoying Art drawing lesson. Today we're going to draw a portrait of a young girl with a chalk. I'm going to go with this gray brown color composition. Draw lightly, okay? I'm going to see. I liked her face. I'm not going to include the hand, so I'm just going to draw the face like this. And put it in the middle of the page like that. See how it looks. And just look at it. See, this is the composition you want. Okay, like that. And then I'm gonna, if we have the face this big, it will be coming down over here. Draw a little bit lightly, a little bit soft, and to thinking about the whole drawing, how you would like to look. And if you want to have this like that, the shoulder over here, and the shoulder coming about in this direction, and like that, the top of the sweater. Okay, that's be fine. I don't want to expand it to all the way to the side. I'm just going to draw it in the middle of the page like this. In that case, I probably want to have a little bit bigger. I want it to have a little bit bigger so that I have more room to draw. Okay, here we go. Now I'm going to soften that. Come a little bit bigger. That is a very simple idea. They say how big you want it to be, right? But however, lots of people have problem with that. You can draw however big you want, but it's just somehow you always get trapped in some kind of formula that not allow you to be able to connect with your own feeling. So I would hope that our member to spend a few minutes just think it over. You say how big you want it, where you're going to draw it. It's very, very important. Okay, this is very important step. Now I just make it a little bit bigger. So you don't have to worry about that, how I'm going to make her look realistic at this point. The first question, you have to answer. How big you want it? Where are you going to put it? That's it, right? How much you want to have it at the bottom? How much on the right, the left, and right, the top? Okay. Also draw it very softly, and that's just good. Now, based on your first decision, the next thing you're going to do is to see, okay, now I see the top of the head over here, right? You got that information because this is what you decided. And then you take a look at the bottom is at here. All right, let's draw a little bit more. And we don't know the left side and the right side yet. Approximately about that area. Now let's take a look. And I'm going to say how we're going to divide it from the top to the bottom. So I'm going to think about that. I think the top, it'll be right over here. I think it's the eye, probably the middle. I'm not sure about that. So I need to measure, right? So take a look at that from the top over here to the middle of the eye. And then from middle of the eye, oh, that's just too low. Oh, okay, I changed my mind. And then it would be like, could be from the eyebrow. I can do another measure from the eyebrow. About here, roughly. Eyebrows, the top eyebrows. Oh, that's not enough. What about the top of the eye? Okay. Yep. Oh, no. So, I am going to make it a little bit bigger. Take a look again. I try to see where's the middle. And that's too much. And a little bit higher. I'm going to get this eyebrow. The bottom of the eyebrow. Okay, what about the top of the eye? You just have to find the proportion. Oh, that's right. The top of the eyelid, this line, that is right in the middle, from the top to here, from here to the chin. That is just the same. Okay, that's important. I'm going to transfer that over. Okay, it's easier to find it right in the where's the middle. Okay, and what I'm going to do, I'm going to take a look. That's probably the middle. I'm going to take a look. It may be not. So I need to double check, right? Take that from here to here. And from here to the bottom. I'm going to put it here. So that means it's right here. Between these two, the middle, that is the top of the eyelid line. So that's the middle. Okay. Right here. Okay. What I'm going to do, this is a little bit too thick to find the smaller areas. So I'm going to use the vine charcoal to help. I'm going to put that here. Here you go. The vine charcoal right here. Okay, that's just the talk about the top line, the eye line, like that. And then the eye is start over here, about this much, right? Coming down, like that. So this is good. Now, looks like this, the line over here, the eyebrow, would be right here, right above it. We might change it a little bit later, but this is about the location of the eyebrow. Is that agreeable? Now I'm going to take a look at from the eyebrows to the nostril, maybe halfway to the chin. Now I'm going to take a look at that, one thing at a time. Okay, the top of the eyebrow to the nostril. And from the nostril to the chin. Exactly, half. So this is good. Now we're going to take a look at, is that this is the half? We're not sure yet. We're going to take that from here to here, right? This is exactly the fundamental techniques that we need to know and learn in our drawing classical training. Okay, here we go. Right over there. And that way, this from here to here, it goes to from here to the bottom. But this is not the middle. And in between, that is just the middle. I'm going to draw a little line over. This is the nostril. Right? This is good. Simple, right? I'm going to let go the other two. Okay. This is good. Now, we can find the mouth location. From the nostril to the chin, I bet the bottom border of the lower lip. It is the middle. I'm not sure. I'm going to make it bigger in this case. Now take a look. The top of the nostril to the lower border of the lower lip. And from here to here. Exactly the same. Okay, this is good. Now, this is the top of the nostril, right? About here. And this probably right in the middle. We're going to take a look. Is that the middle place? Okay. I'm wondering, did you follow exactly the process to find all the places, make the accurate proportion? Okay, this is exactly the same. So this is good. So that means this is the lower border of the lower lip, right? Like this. Okay. So this is how you divide the vertical. And we don't know the horizontal yet. Now we're going to find the biggest horizontal, the width of the face compared to the height of the face. That's also simple to find, very easy to find. The problem is, do you think about it, right? If you think about it, you can find it. Now how are we going to find it? I'm going to use a little bit charcoal pencil over here. I'm going to find it from the left to the right. I'm going to connect over here, right there, and to here, right here. That's good. That's just right inside of the ear, right? Now take a look. I'm going to have this connect as coming up. You know what is interesting? It's right above the eyebrow. Can you see that? It's right over here, coming up, right about the eyebrow, which is right about over here. Is that right? Right about over here. So this is good. Now you're going to take it from here to the chin. This is my system of measuring. There's a different system, you can find it. And that's what we are learning in the classical drawing training to help you to discover your own system, how to measure. Okay, this is good. This is the width. Now you can see if you are going to, it's very much right? So this is the right side of the face, which is the ear outside over here, right? And this is the left side of the face. Okay, now this is good. I can draw a little line now. Okay, softly. Now you can see this is a straight line like this. Now we don't need to worry too much about the accuracy. It's just roughly putting some shape over there, and then we're going to gradually, we're going to come down to the fine tuning the shape. Okay, so don't worry too much about that right at this point. Okay, right here, and then coming up over here, and this on the right side. I also see a little bit kind of like going toward this side. Okay, here you go. Don't worry about it at this point. After we draw the eye, the mouth, the nose, and we have more reference point to find out the outside edge. Okay, so this is the shape. The width is already correct. Okay, like that, that's good. Coming over here, the width already right. And the height based on the width based on is already proportionally is right. Okay then, and what we're gonna do next? And we're gonna find out everything in between. Like say, where's the eye? Where are the eyes? Let's take a look. If you focus on something, you can find it. Yeah, let's take a look. When I'm facing to you, you see this a little bit better. Now you can take a look. The eye over here to here, and then in between, and then another eye. And on the right side also have another eye space. Can you see that? It's the same width as the eye space. But between the two eyes, I have a little bit more than one eye space. And on the right side, so only about 3/4 of an eye space. Okay then, I'm going to use the vine charcoal, and I'm going to make it a little bit thinner, a little bit smaller, so you can see it better. Okay. And here we go. Very small piece. Okay. Let's roughly take a look. And I'm going to put it over here. This point is just a little bit less than half on this side. The middle point probably right here. So I'm going to just put that right here. And then on this side is divided into 1, 2, right? That's an eye space. In between, it may be going a little bit more toward this side. I think that's maybe a little bit too much. So, and that, let's take a look at. This is a little bit more than one eye. This is 1/4 of the eye. Let's take a look. Need to move back to the right side a little bit more. Right here. And then the corner is right over here. And we don't know exactly vertical of the eye, where the eye is. Then we're just going to just use this point and try to see. We're going to figure it out. And this is to come in a little bit. So in between the two eyes, you still have more than one eye space. Like that. This is a one eye space. One eye space. Right over here. Right? Any questions? Inside over here, the eye inside should be coming inside over here. That's you seeing this is the outside of the eye. This is the inside of the eye, right over there. The inside of the eye is right here, not there. There is the outside of the eyelid and the eye skin. And you're with me, right? All right, so we know the location of the eye. So we already know this is the top of the eye, right? That's the top of the eye. Can you see that? And it should be come down like this. And this, if this is the inside, come down over here. And then this would be the lower at the front of the eye, like this. Because when we measure it, we find out that it's the middle of the whole head. It is on this line. So this is very important to stick to what you measure, what you got the proportion correct. And the eyebrows definitely is gonna be here and have it moving it a little bit like this. Okay, like that. So this is the eyebrows, this is the eye. Okay, portrait is very expectable. Everything you see is very common to other people's proportion, and just a little bit less and more about that is just not really a huge difference. And there's a proportion, and we can go by. Okay, now we know there's one eye over here. We need to double check on if we are going to have, this is the eyebrow, like this angle. Take a look at the eye and this angle, right? A little bit like going up this way, like that. And we need to know exactly if this is the corner of the eye to the nose to see what are the proportion. And it looks like the eye can be a little bit lower. I'm not quite sure at this point. Now let's draw the center line. The center line of the face is about here. And where is it? And interesting. And when you take a look at this point, the center of the line, center of the face, right here, and start over here. This is the reflection, which is also the dark color over here on the face. And if you draw that a little bit over here, like that, about this much, right? And you can see that the center line is right in the middle from here to here, right? That's good. Now I'm going to just put the center line right here. You can see that this is the middle of that. So you can see, oh, let's draw the center line over here, and that may become helpful for us to decide. Okay, a very, very soft line. That's good. All right, let's see. Now, could we have a little problem? After you draw the center line over here, I can see this eye need to go a little bit closer. And need to closer over here. Like that. In order to be the center, and this eye is also going to start over here, coming to this. And there will be her left eye, which is on the right hand side for us, right? So we're going to double check on their line connected two eyes. Okay, and I'm going to draw a little bit over here, like that, to see whether or not this is the angle of the two eyes in the right. Just a little bit off that. I think that's too low, this eye. So we're going to move the eye a little bit higher. There's a secret, which is not that much a secret in the drawing accuracy. You just have to slow down. Okay. And lots of us, we don't slow down. We go fast and just keep going. And then until you realize, oh, there is a whole bunch of mistakes I already made that may be too late. And you're going to say, oh, it's too difficult to change them. And then you're going to give up and you're going to start over. And you don't want to do that. You want to make sure everything you do, it will be correct. Step by step. Because what you do in this step affecting the step next one. So that if you accumulate the mistake, keep accumulating more and more mistake, have like a 10 continuous mistake, and that will become pretty hard for you to change. Okay, I think that's a little bit better. Now the eye, now come up a little bit more. You know what? And you guys don't say it. Because you see that very small, and why? You don't say anything. Okay, I'm gonna make it bigger for you. Hi. Tell me. Uh-huh. Maybe you're right. Let me take a look over here. And actually, the center line is tilted to the left side. You're right, because also the eye is like slanted down to the right side. Yeah, and that. So that means you're right. And then means I'm going to have to make that a little bit slanted. Yeah, we already slanted a little bit and going toward the left side. Okay, the top over here would be coming down like this. So a little bit slanted toward the bottom, toward the left side. Yeah, it's a good observation. And so that the eye is over here. And the bottom of the eye would become back over here, like that. Here we go. And the two eyes have more than one eye space. We're going to continue to see. And this angle is 90 degrees across the center line, like that. I think that's right. A bit softer here. And their eyelid at the top, like this. And now we can see the nose, the two nostrils. But we need to, based on their base for the two eyes, we can find out what is the outside of the nose. Actually, very much line up. The corner line up with the outside of the nose wing. Okay, like that. And take a look on this side. Very much, if you're going with the same angle as the center line, like this. Like that. This is the outside. Okay. And then after you have the left side and the right side, and you can see the nostril would be here. And this nostril would be here. So that means this need to come down a little bit, wrap around the nostril. But the right side is aligned about this angle, this line. And also here will become a bit like this. Right? So the nostril sitting in this location. Okay, now this is fine. And now we see the location, the vertical location of the bottom of the lower lip is right there. And we see the nose right over here, the bottom of the nose, like this. Here you go, like that. And then you can see there from the nostril to the bottom of the lower lip, it divides into two. That will be here, the top of the mouth. So we're gonna have this line and there will be about here. This is the top of the mouth, right? And then here we divide it into the upper lip and the lower lip. Okay, this is good. And we're gonna see that there's an angle or a vertical line from here all the way to the eye. You can see about from here and going down, and that's the corner. And take a look on this side. It's very much like vertically, it's just to the side of the nose, almost. Right over here coming down. That's almost the side of the nose. So it looks like her mouth a little bit toward the left side, right? Okay, now I don't think this has come out that much, like right over here. Now we can draw. Okay, here you go. And then there's about 1/3 on the top and 2/3 at the bottom. Okay. That's good. Let's see. And still blend it a little bit out because that is just the corner. Look at the shadow. Okay, the whole mouth has a little bit darker local color. Like that. Yeah, we're gonna see. We're gonna continue. We're not getting into the really detailed, the accurate yet. Okay, here you go. That. Okay. Now take a look at the chin. The chin would be a little bit flat at the bottom and then gradually coming up. And look at on this side. That's fine, like this. Come out a little bit softer. Okay. Now, after we have the nose, now we can see this turning point is about this angle to the nostril. Okay, the turning point is about here. So we're gonna have a little bit straight coming down. And before, we're gonna start making the turn right here. And after you make the turn, it slowly connect to here. Okay, that's good. Now take a look on this side. And coming over, you see the space between here and the nose. It's about that much. And coming over here, a little slow turn. Okay, slow turn and coming in here. Here you go. Now you connect to the chin. So after you have the mouth, the nose, and the eye, it will be, everything is going to be much more clear. Okay, now from here, I'm going to start doing a little bit blending. Now I'm going to remove their center line. Yes, I already find out the nose and the mouth. This is good. I'm going to remove that. Okay. Now I'm going to come back to use each piece of color charcoal. Now I'm going to start doing some little bit color that have a little bit shape. Have a little shape like this is the hairline. Here you go. Now also going to have a little shading. And this is the shadow side. Seeing all the whole nose on the shadow side. And also the top of the nose also have a little bit darker tone. I would like you to look and focusing on the observation. All the similar value, I'm going to shade it down. And the shadow side. You may not feel like, oh, it looked like her already. But go with the process. It will be fine. Okay. That coming on the shadow side. And the top over here is also a little bit darker. Like that. Here we go. Coming down over here. And this is a little shape on the right side of the mouth. And then, okay, I want you to see shape. And you might just focusing on the outline. The outline is just the edge of the shape. I'm gonna have this a little bit darker. A little bit darker here. And here you go. That's just the shape. And that's coming out over here. That's the shape. And on this side, I'm gonna shade it a little bit. That's the shape. And with this a little bit darker shape, I make it inside the nose. It will be look a little bit darker. So now let's keep going. The this side of the neck is right over here. Now also under the chin, and also have cast shadow. Here you go. Now take a look at on this side. Since you already know the mouth and the outline of the face, now you can see that's the left side of their neck, right? I'm gonna have that over here, coming a little bit higher. Here you go, like that. Here we go. Now they have the hair coming out like this. And take a look at what is the shoulder. If you connect the shoulder that is pointing to right under this, like coming over here, coming like that. That should be good enough. Also, underneath the lower lip, also see a little bit shadow. I'm gonna put a little shadow over here. Okay, the lip, I can make it a little bit darker because the local color in on the lip is actually a little bit darker. Now also shade a little bit on this side. So if you don't get the proportion correctly, when you get into here, it will be very messy. Okay. So make sure you follow the step, very simple step. You can find the proportion, okay? Okay, that's good. Now, and in here, also a little bit shadow. Also here, a little bit darker. And here you go. Okay. All right, I'm gonna come here, the top of the hair over here. Take a look, this the ear, and start over here. Look at the angle from the bottom and horizontally, it just meet the nostril. Okay, that's good. So on the nostril over here, putting the outside, that would be the bottom of the ear, right here. And here you go. Now I'm gonna have it about one eye space from here to there, a little bit more than one eye space from here to there, like a little bit out like this. Here you go. That's the ear. Okay, from here, you're going up. That is the outside shape of the hair, like that. I'm gonna make this side a little bit darker. That's good. Okay, that's good. A little bit shape on this side. And now also going to put the shape for the sweater. And this is the shoulder. Let's take a look. That should be a little bit lower, a little bit higher. Okay. Yeah, like this. And then there's a little darker for the hair at the outside. You can change the hair, the shape of the hair. That will be okay. Okay, now I just filled in some value. I need to come back to do some adjustment. For example, the corner over here, I'm going to soften. And the outside, the line over here, I'm going to soften that a little bit. That's okay. Over here on this a little bit lighter shape, like that. And also this, the corner of the nose, make that a little bit lighter. Okay, coming up here, like that. Okay, now I'm going to just soften this a little bit. Okay, now I'm going to put the outside here, make that a little bit more as together as the shape. Okay, make the outside. I'm going to use a vertical this way. Okay, that. All right. Soft. It's softer. Yeah. And I can blend it in inside, and then I can come back with the eraser to lift it up to create the edge. And be a little careful, we have to make it look like the edge. Okay. And that's a little bit light shape coming out over here. Okay, that's good. I'm gonna soften that to the color and then move the charcoal coming up. And the whole forehead can be a little bit darker, a little bit dimmer. Gonna have it here. So this will be the foundation. I'm gonna soften that a little bit and make that a bit softer in the inside the eye as well. This can be a little bit lighter on the eyebrows. I'm gonna soften the color, make it a little bit smoother. And also make this be all connected. And now lift the top of the mouth over here a little bit lighter. Okay. And this side is pretty soft, pretty light. So I may going to create a line to separate it, or maybe not. We're gonna see based on how you feel at the end. Okay. Now, I'm using the finger to blend so much because of the age of the child. I try to make it a very tender skin. Okay then. Now I think all the shape is already in place. Very soft. And I'm gonna come into create the details. Okay. Make the a little bit softer here. And the highlight right about this location. There's a thing about everything is shapes. Light shape, dark shape, it's all about shapes. You don't want to think about the nose, the mouth. No worry about the nose and the mouth or the eye. It's all about light shape, dark shape. Take a look at here. You go. That's the inside the eye over here. You can see inside the eye, this shape. That's good, like that. And you can see the iris right over here. Here you go. Now, because of you already know the location of the eye and the size of the eye, and you can draw everything inside the eye area more accurate. I'm gonna have this soften that a little bit. There's too much of the value I don't need. Okay, now come back over here. Draw very, very clearly. That's the corner. And here you go. I'm going to draw in the outside over here, the bottom, connected to there. Okay, that's good. Now I'm going to look at inside here. I'm going to lift the light, the highlight. Okay, here you go. This. And I have been using my finger, my hand, to do the blending. And from here, I'm going to use a little bit smaller blending thumb. Okay, here you go. That's good. And I'm going to draw the edge over here. And this a little bit darker. This, here you go. And take a look, move around so you can find the side, the corner, a little bit sharper. Okay, that's good. Like that. Ooh, I like that. So far, it's getting really, really soft and tender. And that's good. Now, getting the eye and the lower part over here. Also, you can make a little bit powder over here so you can soften it. And I can see a little bit line over here on the edge coming down. That's good. A little bit darker right here. That's good. Right. And this is a little bit softer over here too. Okay. And the eyebrow over here. I'm gonna get a little bit eyebrow over here. That's a little bit soft over here like that. It's not really dark. Okay, you don't want to make everything dark or everything too light. We need the contrast. And take a look on this side. And take a look at the corner of the eye. And a little bit lower, like that. Here you go. And here you go, like that. That's good. That's a little bit dark area. Now coming over, take a look, and if it's not accurate, you can change it. This is the detail part. Okay, that's good. And now we'll take a look at the line above the eye. And this is a little bit shadow. This is actually a little bit darker shadow, like right here. Like that. They actually put a dark color. Now take a look at the eye. Inside the eye, the iris. Where is it? Right here. Right? It's just the same size, and this side you need to make some changes in a moment. So I think this is correct. Gotta have it like this, and take a look. And this is the, here you go. This is the highlight. Okay, this is good. Now coming over, take a look at here. The eyeball is rounded. That's why this is actually the shadow side. That. And then, and the shadow on the outside. Okay, here you go, like that. And take a look here. That's good. Now the eyes, put it soft, and I have enough funding. That's good. And outside over here, like that. Now come into the side over here. There's a little bit darker. And here you go, coming over like that. And then look at the nose. This is a shape. This is a dark shape on the side of the nose. And the technique and skill that we have in the drawing can be transferred into whatever medium you're going to use, like the watercolor or oil painting, pastel. It's the same, sharing the same observational skill. Okay, here, look at that nostril right over here. Here you go, nostril over here, and the other nostril over here. That's good. Now take a look, and I'm gonna take a look at the mouth and keep coming down. I'm gonna come back. Right now over here. Now give a little big shape over here. That's good. Now take a look at this a little bit darker. That, and see that the shape that this have a little bit shadow. Good. And okay, this side a little bit lighter, so we're going to make sure we're gonna light it up. And the corner over here. That's good. Now I'm gonna have a little bit softly extended. Big shape, then smaller shape. If you like this video, please share with your friends, subscribe, and turn on notification. I will looking forward to see you in our next video.